Welcome to the Wrap-Up, a VR live stream focused on keeping you up to date with the adoption of universal profiles and growth of the new creative economy. Join us as we uncover the fusion of technology, artistry, and innovation that's redefining how we create, share, and experience in this digital age. It's time to wrap it up. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back to the wrap up. Today, September 28th, 2023. And before we dive into today's topics, take a moment to click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay up to date with whatever nonsense we're getting into weekly. Alt, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Like Sage, my body is ready to wrap things up for this week. Looking good with those glasses on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. You got some cool glasses too there, Alts.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But I feel like, the digital only glasses kind of lack a little bit of utility, right?
Yeah, maybe just a little utility. I think there was some news about glasses that might have a little bit more utility.
You could be right. I feel like something happened yesterday.
Rob, let's take it there. Let's see what's going on.
Meta.
The hype little video they had there. Not gonna lie.
That was. Looks like we've got some serious action coming from Ray-Ban and Meta. I guess Meta, in partnership with Isilor Luxottica, has announced the launch of a new generation of Ray-Ban cross Meta smart glasses. These are available for pre-order right now, starting at $299 USD. Glasses featured notable enhancements, including improved audio and camera quality in over 150 custom frame and lens combinations. It's a lighter, more comfortable design. They'll be available online and in retail stores from October 17th. Woo-hoo-hoo, Alts. You gonna get some?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get me a pair, man. I was looking at them last night, like pretty clean, man. Like whenever I think because this is like the second generation, right? They had the previous Ray-Ban that did much shorter clips, and it was like the features weren't quite as good, but these look pretty damn impressive. Like 12 megabytes for the camera is pretty solid for glasses. I'm not gonna lie. Like the battery life, 36 hours with a portable case that charges it. Super sleek. Yeah, up to a minute of record time. Not ideal for making long form stuff, but for like short clips and things on the go, it's pretty good. It records vertical as well, like ideal for shorts. And actually, if there's a feature, if you live stream with Instagram, you can go do up to 30 minutes, and you can actually use the app to swap back and forth between like your phone's view and your glasses views, which is really, it's a really cool feature. That's like my favorite feature of the whole thing. It's got like a little button you can have voice activated for pics, video, audio. It's got spatial audio with 5 mics, so it's kind of like what the Quest does. It has like the spatial audio around it. It plays music. Yeah, it's really cool, man. Like I was really impressed with these. And they even have like transition lenses too, because I was wondering, like, I probably want to wear these inside if I'm going to be recording. So I was like, should I go with the clear ones or the shaded ones? But I guess actually they have transition ones too that adjust whether you're inside or out. So yeah, well around, like I'm hyped about these things. I'm gonna have to definitely pick up a pair.
Yeah, they also do prescription lenses, so you can put your prescription lenses inside these bad boys. I don't know. I think these are the first step in realizing the future that we've kind of been talking about for a while here on the Pink Pill. That kind of XR experience. You put these babies on. I think actually a good person to describe some of the stuff that comes with the glasses is actually Zuck himself. I think we got a video here.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Chat for a minute until we get that going.
Yep, apparently the video is not working. It does come loaded with Meta AI. So that's what Zuck was going to tell you all about. So if you're walking down the street in your favorite city, you look at a building and you go, what is that building? Meta AI can actually tell you in your heads up display details about that building, could tell you maybe the architect, year it was built, what actually is housed inside the building. Zuck also highlights, like if you had a leaky faucet in your house and you just looked at the leaky faucet, you might be able to get an instruction manual on how to fix it. The Meta AI assistant could give you heads up real-time information. This is a future I
That's
want to be
pretty
a
dope.
part of, Alts. I think I'm going to buy
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty sick. I love kind of my mind starts racing too, like extrapolating out like what could this evolve into, with digital fashion and AR, like being able to look around and see people wearing their digital fashion, right? And then you could even see like you could probably click on it and see who created that garment and who worked on it and be able to order a pair of shoes or a shirt or whatever you saw, on somebody else's human avatar, on the fly would be really, really cool.
Yeah, walking down the street. And with the Bible NFT standard, which is sure to come on Luxo with an integration with universal profiles, I could buy the digital version of that pink hoodie right off your body. Actually,
Now
I
you're
wouldn't have to
talking.
take it off your body. I could just maybe buy another one if there was another one in supply. Or I guess in real time, we could just sell it off your back. That would be interesting.
Yeah, right? How cool would that be if it was just a one of one, but you could still just buy it off of and they're like, "Wait, what happened?" And they turn and look and they sold it and they look and they see you wearing it.
I'm naked.
That's like the new version of the OpenSea email notification. It's just like ding, you look down and you're naked and you look over and Ethan Lauren's wearing your shirt.
I guess that's why it's really important that these avatars are gender neutral below the neck, right?
Yeah, safe for everybody.
Yeah, safer work without a doubt. Yeah. So, Rob, do we have that video or no?
The next
No. Oh,
generation
yeah, sweet.
of Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. These are the first smart glasses that are built and shipping with Meta AI in them. Starting in the US, you're going to get this state-of-the-art AI that you can interact with hands-free wherever you go. We're going to be issuing a free software update to the glasses that makes them multimodal. So the glasses are going to be able to understand what you're looking at when you ask them questions. So if you want to know what the building is that you're standing in front of, or if you want to translate a sign that's in front of you to know what it's saying, or if you need help fixing this sad leaky faucet, you can basically just talk to Meta AI and look at it and it'll walk you through it step by step how to do it. We built in one more feature into these smart glasses. You are going to be able to live stream to your friends and followers from your glasses.
Everybody is ready to race, and I am getting ready to. Let's go.
Switching to glasses.
Being able to share what you're doing live with your friends and followers while staying completely in the moment is the kind of thing that you can only do on smart glasses. So, all right, these Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, we're launching them on October 17th, starting at $299, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all think of them.
Alts, I want the job being the guy in the crowd that's just like, woo! Woo-hoo! Seems like a
They just
job I could get paid for.
You're just
and
sitting
do
there
well.
waiting for the camera to cut to you, and you're just like, okay, woo! Yeah, my time to shine.
I don't know if you've ever seen the guy in the Mentos commercial who's like in the back just giving the thumbs up. Like,
Just always there. Let's do it. Yeah, Meta AI.
oh,
I
God.
love it. I love it. What I also love is Vlad dropping sneaking in some alpha on this one. It's no surprise. I really dig the version of the glasses. Apparently, Vlad worked on this. A lot of dope features. I'd really be curious to know more about what Vlad did working on these.
Yeah, I'd ask Vlad, but he's a shadowy supercoder making things happen outside of the public eye. And actually, I guess speaking of the public eye, let's visit Speculation Nation.
Ooh. Speculation Nation. For those speculators out there who love to let their imaginations run wild with speculation, it's fun to kind of dabble every once in a while. Talking about Meta AI glasses, it kind of reminded us of, man, this one's quite a throwback. Just over 2 years ago, Marjorie had posted this from New York Times Square of some, Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and we still don't know what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be looking at exactly here. As speculators, your mind just kind of runs wild with trying to find. It's kind of like a Where's Waldo thing. You're just like zooming in, looking at all the different places that there might be alpha, but it definitely popped back into our minds when we saw this latest Meta AI update. But regardless, like the future of tech is definitely emerging of worlds, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see how kind of it all unfolds. Right? Do you have any guesses like what we're supposed to be looking at here, Heath?
Oh man, it's really tough to say. It was interesting that this was 2 years ago, and that the second that we saw that ad, both of us were like, there was a tweet, and go hunt that thing down immediately. Could be a nothing burger. Most likely it's a nothing burger. But here in Speculation Nation, we like to, really get engaged with the super hot fire coming from any possible speculation that's out there. There was an advisor on the LUKSO board, I believe, who was a high up in Instagram there for a bit. I'm not sure if she still works for Instagram. That would be something that you all in Speculation Nation could ferret out. But we've got an advisor in Instagram. We've got this Ray-Ban tweet. We've got live streaming from your Ray-Bans to Instagram. Just saying.
And that is Speculation Nation.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to more concrete information with Up and to the Right. In Up and to the Right, we provide a weekly review of the markets from a LUKSO perspective. We present a range of prices from the lowest to the highest and the prevailing price at the time of the broadcast. Moreover, we provide a summary of the market cap, comparing the existing market framework with our market cap goal of a humble top 100. And here we give you the associated price point at time of broadcast. So you can see we've got a 7-day low of $5.07, 7-day high of $5.43, and a current price when we checked this about an hour ago of $5.19. All of that is in USD. So if you're an Australian, these numbers are off. Our market cap this morning is 150 million. That's spread across 29 million tokens in float. And if we wanted to be in the top 100, currently occupying the 100 spot is 1inch, the 1inch protocol or exchange. And we need to be at 272 million. That's $9.38 in the current market structure. I don't feel like we can wait to get there. I can't wait. I'm like literally bursting out of my skin, and I feel like we deserve to be there. So let's get there soon.
Yeah, I like where your mind's at, Heath. We deserve to be there. It's just a matter of, letting things unfold. I think once universal profiles come out on mainnet, people can really start to kind of see what we're building here. And maybe we kind of get a little bit more awareness. Once we get to that top 100, a lot of people are going to be really digging into what we've been building for years. And that's kind of where the real fun begins. But yes, thanks. Special shout out to the fam here. Thanks to you for joining us here live today. Feel free to throw comments in the chat, and we'll pull some up on screen. And Heath, in the meantime, let's get into the network update.
I love that stinger. Let's keep in mind that whatever you hear in this podcast is really just our opinion and not professional financial advice. We're not experts. If you need specific advice, ask someone who's a professional in that area. Listen at your own risk and always double check before making decisions based upon what we talk about. So when I say things like buy more Lux now, don't do it, right? Think about it or do it. It's your choice. Okay, LUKSO staking launchpad. We can see we've got 67,842 validators spread across almost 2.2 million licks, currently holding pretty stable at 10.5% for our APR. Checking out lux.tools, generously sponsored by our friend, the shadowy supercoder, Vlad Lakonis, who sponsors this segment by donating his time, effort, resources, including money, to make this community good so all of us can reference it. Thank you so much, Vlad. You can see right now the validator queue is a shade under a minute, and the total number of validators pretty much lines up with the LUKSO staking launchpad, meaning we're fairly stable. At 67,842 validators, we are spreading those across 286 nodes. That's actually really bullish. I like to see our nodes growing constantly. We want the node number to be as high as possible. That is what I'm looking for. And we talk about it repeatedly. How can we take the small slices of pie and keep adding to them, right? Also, we don't want to add more to the big slices of pie. We want to add more small slices of pie.
Right. That's well said, Heath. Well said. And it'll be nice to just see that continued growth, as things become more decentralized as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. that is our section of the network update that deals with our staking. If you are looking at that number of total burn Lux, that number is going to start creeping up and creeping up fast, my friends, once we get ups on mainnet and we can start to transact and move things around. Universal Page will definitely begin to drive that with the activity moving in on that platform. I'll give the Universal Page a plug because of our friend Shadowy Supercoder Vlad Laconis. All
Well
right.
said, Eth. Yeah. Also, we have don't we have a word from an amazing sponsor today?
Oh, yes, we do. Let's check out the word from our sponsor. Leequid is a liquid staking solution purposely built for the LUKSO blockchain. Users can stake LYX tokens and in return, earn receipt SLYX tokens redeemable 1-to-1 for the deposited LYX. Leequid notably offers flexibility, allowing users to opt in or out of staking at any moment via the protocol's liquidity pool. This feature removes the potentially extensive wait times typically associated with traditional staking methods. With the support of advisors and multi-signatories from the LUKSO team, Leequid is steadfast in its commitment to achieving decentralization from the beginning, underlining transparency and trust. Following a thorough audit by consensus, Leequid is set to launch in October, integrating suggestions to ensure a seamless and secure user experience. Don't forget to follow Leequid on Twitter to stay updated on opportunities for earning passive rewards and contributing to the security of the LUKSO blockchain. I don't know about you, Waltz, but I will definitely be putting some Lux into Leequid, which will also be burning Lux. And I think that that is great if you are a holder of Lux.
Yes, that is one of the more exciting, use cases for LYX in the interim, right? Sounds like we're just weeks away from being able to do that. And I can't wait to migrate a nice chunk to do just that.
I wonder what's going to happen to the APR. I haven't really looked at the curve, the yield curve yet. That's something that I think we could probably talk about going forward, but we're not prepared to talk about it at this minute. So
right.
Now that I've teased you, I got you all excited, and now I'm not going to give you what I said. It's been a few months since we had the genesis of mainnet, but let's take a peek at block 0 of the LUKSO blockchain.
Yeah, we got a tweet from the Universal Profiles ERC725A account. And the world become one. Like 128 days ago, actually, back on May 23rd, block 0 occurred with some added extra, information of the text and the world become one. It's a beautiful chain message, like on chain. And I love seeing more than, just a hash already, right? Kind of gets my mind racing about where this is all headed. How does this make you feel, Eth?
Well, number one, when I first saw this account, when someone made reference to this account because it tweeted for the first time the other day, I was like, oh, great. What community member decided to start a 725 account? And what kind of ridiculousness are we going to see from here? Actually, my first thought was, let's get on the phone and call alts and be like, alts, what are you doing? Did you make an account?
You thought it was me.
I thought we were going to see some nonsense. But in truth, I guess this is actually a team managed account. And they followed this up with a second tweet that says, this will be the account from where all future news and developments around universal profiles and respective standards will be communicated. It's great that on that second tweet, there's a trusted source of information for all universal profiles, like for anything universal profile related.
Yeah, I love that. I love this account already. Like, I imagine it kind of being like a hub, for that tsunami of updates to universal profiles, right? Like starting off with, whenever we go live on mainnet, it's going to be, super exciting, kind of signal that next, iteration of this technology. But like the fact that it's going to need its own dedicated account gets me super hyped.
Yeah. And actually, it's too late to get it into the show, but then we had the tweet, believe, from the team saying that universalprofile.cloud has actually been updated, so you can search through the new testnet universal profiles which have been created, which is interesting. We might get to that in a second here, but I think you got something from Universal Page.
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, we have a wonderful thread from Universal Page here, which I really hope you've all taken the time to kind of really settle with it and really understand, what universal profiles are going to do to make the crypto UX better. It's always great to revisit threads to kind of cycle through some of the same ideas and reimagine them. And especially if you're new to LUKSO and universal profiles, this is a great place to start. Some key takeaways for me were, the concepts of like secure identity, of added decentralization, as more things move on chain, they become more decentralized, in that process. A curated kind of wallet experience, where you can program things as you like, right? We're talking about actual blockchain customization. We don't really have that yet to this degree, right? Fully decentralized social media. You get to control and own your own content and accounts and profiles, right? A new UX that's actually user friendly, right? This is this is the actual road to mass adoption, is something that's just so sleek and easy and invisible, right? When need be, and better security just all around. Those are just some kind of the highlights from this thread. But yeah, great work, Universal Page.
Yeah, thank you again. I think it's probably Jake Prinz behind this account. Jake's been really great with non-technical explanations for the overall community, people who are trying to understand what the value prop of universal profiles is and really the new standards on LUKSO. Jake does a great job with his blog posts and here in this thread tweet to kind of give you a taste for what's coming. I think if I was to add anything to this thread, it's just to really understand. Alti highlighted fully decentralized social media. You'll have your universal page as a starting point. You'll have your universal profile as a starting point. People will be able to snap other applications into this kind of I don't want to call it like suite of technologies, but like solutions that exist out there. So
Right.
Fabian has said himself, we can add chat features, we can add follower systems, we can add other things to really build out this experience and make it more and more and more social. Like I guess like a progressively social experience, but all of it is native to the concrete, like the most fundamental and base element of the ecosystem, which is the universal profile. So universal page being, I think, maybe the flagship project for showing early on what is possible with the universal profile.
Yeah, and kind of underlying just kind of what it all means at the core level, like you said.
Yeah, without a doubt. So this brings us to a tweet from Fabian as the reply guy again. Fabian's great when he gets into the replies. Uh,
Yeah.
That's when Alt and I start joking. We call him the Fabinator because he's coming in there like the Terminator, and he is taking care of business. This is in response to Melly Crypto, who said, "Hey, Fabian, it might be time to really do something. There's only 700 profiles in testing." I'm alluding to, or let's calling back what I said just previously. Universalprofile.cloud just came up as the active website. You can go in there and see all the new testnet profiles that have been created and kind of get a feel for what this new, I guess, user experience, user interface is going to look like coming from LUKSO. Again, it's not meant to be the mainnet version, but he says there's only 700 profiles in testing. We have like 15,000 Lux E holders. How are we going to bring billions in, like, while we can't even attract our own holders? Do you feel okay about this? Fabian says, we just launched the discovery page and the up extension is publicly released for about 2 weeks. Do you expect 15,000 people with day jobs to all jump on testing a browser extension? He said 700 profiles is huge for that, actually. And he goes, I believe there will be interest and the interest will be growing more when we all ... And he goes on to just say, once mainnet's up, there's going to be a lot of people that are hopping in. And also, you had a great point about why you might not have created a profile that you could even see in this Explorer right now.
Yeah, I mean, 700 plus. I think it was like 730 or something, but like that's actually not terrible in a bear market, right? Considering that most people, I would say most people in the community probably already tested the browser extension at some point during this process, whether it was L14 or L16, right? So a lot of people I could see, they might not be highly motivated to test it again. Everyone's just kind of super amped, and waiting for, universal profiles at mainnet. Once that goes live, I think you'll see that number just explode. I mean, you might see 10,000 day one, right? Like it's because people are going to be rushing to do all sorts of things, right? But I think that motivation will come, once it gets there on mainnet. I think it's more probably just kind of for testing and for people that haven't seen it yet at this point, right? Another thing at the bottom of that reply guy thing is he actually mentioned something about LNS as well. As an ENS holder, users, it's definitely nice to have something easier to point to. You can share your address, without needing to know a ton of characters. It's great, that we'll be able to integrate ENS as well. And I think LNS is going to be an even bigger version of that. So I love that he's already kind of hinting for that's kind of the next thing coming up.
Quit your day job. That's not financial advice, but it's something that you think about repeatedly if you're really crypto degen, right? You think about how you can just spend all your time here. I appreciate that, Sage, and not somewhere else.
That's the dream, right?
That is the dream or the nightmare, depending upon whether we're in a bear or a bull market. You
Deny
mentioned
our
this.
own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human.
Don't deny those impulses, Eve.
No, I won't. I will not do that. You actually mentioned something that was really important there previously when you said people had created universal profiles on L14 and L16 to test some of this stuff out, including L16, that original browser extension release, which was back in June of 2022, right? So like that's a while. It feels like a
It's been
while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So believe it or not, you and I played on L16. You actually had videos on L16, but L16 is coming to an end on October 3rd, and L16 are not part of the profiles that you would see if you pull up that new discovery page. So if there's 700 on that new testnet, 700 plus users on the testnet version of the universal profile, that's actually, I agree with Fabian, a pretty significant number, because you probably lost at least double that would have been playing around on L16 through the hackathon and obviously with universal page along the way. And that, again, the tweet's up there. L16 is actually finally coming to an end on October 3rd. That's it. It's over. Bye. The LUKSO is shutting down all of their nodes. So unless the community's going to run it, it's gone. And our RIP L16, that's right. Pinkpill Productions. Fatality. I wonder who took them out. Sub-Zero? Froze them, smashed them to pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we pour one out for L16. Like, it was nice knowing you, fam. Gave it the old guillotine, like with the OG King Louis the 16th. That's what happened, right? So yeah, I mean, just kind of band-aid this guy and move on. But yeah, you're right, Heath. Like if you had added the profiles on L14 and L16 and testnet, I think you'd have a ton more, right? But yeah, we're just baby steps. We're moving towards the mainnet version here very, very soon.
Yeah, like Fabian said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And that brings us to the tweet from Alt Anonymous that says the LUKSO ecosystem is shaping up nicely. I think universal profiles going live on mainnet, the upcoming hackathon, and the reveals of projects we don't know about yet is going to make this map grow so fast. This lives on the KEEZ DAO, KEEZ.space website. It's maintained in the KEEZ Discord. This was a brainchild of Hans, I believe, and was worked on Mint with the incredible graphics there. I like this thing. Despite the fact that we had some nonsense person call these F tier projects, which makes me laugh. These are people who are interested in taking advantage of what is coming in the new creative economy. And this will grow significantly once people can use the chain in an open and permissionless manner with universal profiles. So these are the humble beginnings of a blossoming ecosystem. Was that rosy enough?
Yeah, that was great. You hit the hammer, nail on the head there. Yeah, blossoming ecosystem. Like, this is the organic grassroots right here, right? Like, you're gonna see these projects like really come to life. Like we keep mentioning, like once universal profiles go live on mainnet, you're gonna see. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to find out, who else has been building besides these guys beginning here. And of course, the team's going to be subsidizing gas fees stuff too. So I think you're going to see a wave of projects coming in to utilize these wonderful standards and kind of dabble and experiment. And we've also got another hackathon coming up pretty soon too, which is going to yield some really dope new projects as well, I think.
Yeah. So I consider these all A tier projects because you're willing to invest your time. Thank you so much for every person who is building. We're going to need a lot more people like you, and your projects are going to be trailblazers. Some of these projects I recognize were people who declared their intent multiple years ago and have been here the entire time. Shout out District VR as one. Good for you guys. Really appreciate you. And then I will mention F.A.M.E because I see F.A.M.E up there. That is a community project led by Mboy and been around for a long time. So
we got a lot of OGs there. Yeah. And everybody, you guys are setting the bar high already. So it's just only up from here, which is great. And one thing we alluded to in that previous post was LNS. We got a tweet from Yama and LNS, LUKSO naming service. Yes, please. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be like ENS on steroids.
Yes, ENS on steroids. And I believe Crypto Chic gave us a little alpha going back to DevCon in December of last year. What?
ENS is a name system, Universal Profile is an on-chain actor. ENS is complementary to Universal Profiles. You can use an ENS name for your Universal Profile. So we will have ENS on LUKSO. That's a project that we should start right after mainnet. We have LUKSO.eth. We just make LUKSO.eth point to the registrar on LUKSO, and then we have our own registry.
Yes, soon TM. And if Yaman is saying soon, and he's given the yeah, it's beautiful, it's soon, right? He's giving that hand emoji. Just know that this isn't an idea that they hatched yesterday around the lunch table in Berlin. This is actually an idea that they've had cooking for almost a year now, minimum. So I am really excited to see this come. This, again, like Fabian says, ENS is not an identity system that replaces universal profiles. In fact, it's very complementary, and universal profiles is the base substrate, and we're just going to add LNS on top of it, which makes the account names human readable, which is fantastic.
That is fantastic. ENS will be complimentary AF. I love it. And you're right. Yeah, this is something that's been brewing for quite a while. And I've been hungry for it. I know a lot of you guys have. So yeah, cannot wait for this. It's going to be a great next step. You know what else is great? Pink tweets. Let's check some out.
Our first pink tweet comes from Canvasland Metaverse Production Studios. And we've got that cute little pink, I don't even call it a bird, maybe, that's in there just making lovely love. That sounds so awkward. Hugging those other animals. I don't know. I like this tweet. I appreciate
Everyone
it. Thank
in
you,
this room
Canvasland.
is now dumber for having listened to it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. When I talk, you should not listen. No, Canvasland has really embraced the LUKSO F.A.M.E and is building out a lot of metaverse related applications for us to enjoy. Their Wizards in Spatial VR. KEEZ has hosted an event, an activation in one of their worlds, and I know that the Canvasland team is really excited to move into the LUKSO mainnet using universal profiles. So love this tweet. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Canvasland. They they just continue to just put stuff out about LUKSO, which just gets me hyped. And I can't wait to see what else they have. Like once things really get moving. I love this little 3D animation. This guy's super cute. And yeah, it'd be sweet to see some, auto stereogram screens that are powered by universal profiles, where advertisers can use licks to purchase the slot. Like that would be so sick.
If I bought a slot, you would just see my face right there. Maybe saying awkward things. I don't know.
I would like that too. Your face isn't quite as cute, but we're all pink on the inside.
Sure.
Next up, we got one from our very own Meta Yacht Studios. You're right. Midjourney Yacht should have pink underwater lights. This is the way. I don't have to agree with that. That is most definitely the way. What better way to ride out that tsunami than chilling on the top of the water in this beauty, right?
Yes. Meta Yacht, when LUKSO is $1 million per token, I will definitely commission you to make me that yacht.
That exact yacht. That's the one you want?
Yes. $1 million per token is financial advice.
By the end of 2023.
I call it by the end of this month.
Maybe by the end of the show, we'll be halfway there. Let's see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, and what you don't want to be is you don't want to be late to the party. All right. Because you want to be on the ship with us.
I haven't heard about that. You're late to the party.
So we got a pink tweet from none other than myself, Midjourney Creation. See this man here? He's holding your invitation to the LUKSO party, and you don't want to be late to it, right? It's filled with those pink bubbles of effervescence. So you want to bubble up to the surface. You want to be part of whatever's going on up there in the ethereal realms. Then be on time to the LUKSO party, friends.
I like that, Eth. I like that a lot. And this is actually how I imagine you, like that you go to bed every night. This is how you prep, right? Infusing LSP bubble alpha, into your psyche. That way you can kind of just dream about pink pills in your sleep.
Yeah, I crack the pink pills open. I just drop them on the ground, and this is what comes up around me. So
just like alpha osmosis.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that brings us to the winner for this week from the Mints. This is a beauty. Pink Pill Dreaming. Actually, it's crazy. The AI master does it again. It's just literally the culmination of what I just described, of Eth's vision in the last one, like pink pilling into your sleep. This is the kind of dreams that you will have.
I don't know how Mintz does it, but however he's doing it, he is knocking it out of the park. Mintz, you are legendary with these, my friend.
Yeah, he just keeps upping the level of quality and design. It's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. And just the general overall creativity. I just don't think I have that many creative thoughts.
Not that manifests into beautiful art, that's for sure.
No. Hey, this is a total non sequitur here, but you ever hear about people who don't have an inner monologue? Like they don't have like any voice inside. They don't talk to themselves.
Is that a trick question?
No, that's like a real thing. I met someone once who said, I don't have an inner monologue. And
my inner monologues have inner monologues.
Yeah, I don't have that problem, right? But if you're one of those people who suffers without an inner monologue and you need one, give us a call. We'll supply you with all our extra thoughts.
Yes. Yeah, please. We need outlets.
Yeah, right. Oh, God. All right. I guess that brings us across to and into the Dematerialize with a new drop, introducing the Icon K-Bag by DMAT. And that is a Dematerialize across Karl Lagerfeld reimagination of Karl Lagerfeld's iconic K-Bag redesigned with AI for the digital age. 77 digital, 7 phygital. Woo, you can buy these on the Dematerialized website, and that is powered by LUKSO. I'm actually more excited about the physical bag than I am about the digital bag at this point. It's okay for me to carry that around, right? Like that would be totally appropriate, right?
Yeah, it didn't say purse. It says bag. It's
Okay.
Amorphous. Anybody could rock that, I imagine. This is such a cool looking bag. Like I checked about an hour ago. There were still 1 of 7 of those physicals left. So if anybody's been eyeing them, I recommend getting to that quickly. You're about to lose your opportunity.
What's the going price on that? Do you know?
I think it was like $460 something, $470 something like that.
I want it. I don't know what I'd carry in it, but I want it.
Stickers.
Stickers. Okay, sounds good to me.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so another interesting thing that happened this last week, there were some leaked docs that revealed some interesting stuff with Microsoft. So due to some discovery during the FTC's case against the Microsoft times Activision Blizzard merger, there were some leaked documents that revealed that the next Xbox console is going to have a crypto digital wallet integrated. The Xbox, some stats for you here. The Xbox Series XS had 21 million consoles sold. The Xbox One had 58 million. There's almost 16 million active monthly users on the Xbox app. A whopping 250 million Windows gaming PCs sold globally. Like, I would say the typical gamer really doesn't like NFTs or crypto, right? Because they've kind of been indoctrinated by that mainstream legacy media, that narrative. But sadly, they're blinded to the potential. A lot of them are to, the benefits of using crypto, like with the Warzone debacle that happened recently, right? Like more and more gamers are going to start to realize that they indeed actually do need crypto for a better all around experience and to actually own those assets, right? So yeah, I'm really stoked to see that, Microsoft is forward thinking in this regard. How hyped does this get you about the future of potential for Web3 gaming, Eth?
Hyped to very hyped, I would say. On that continuum, I would be very hyped. And this section here in the show, we try to get the F.A.M.E in there. That's fashion, art, music, and entertainment. Gaming is literally a massive component of the entertainment section, right? Of that sector of the economy. And it's actually so important that we've got a tweet from Tyler Winklevoss, and he's highlighting a Forbes article here, right? I mean, Forbes is not concerned with things that are generally not economic in some way. And in this article, there's some key points. If you don't know Tyler Winklevoss, he is one of the founders of Gemini, the Gemini Exchange, who's also famous for being a supposed founder of the Facebook. If you haven't seen The Social Network, go watch that movie. That'll give you a quick little rundown, a little biased, but a quick rundown. This Forbes article, key points. Alt, you mentioned the document was leaked as part of this investigation. There are internal Microsoft documents, and they were actually posted on a Recetera gaming forum. The leak was attributed to the documents that came from the FTC lawsuit that had to do with the Activision merger. The documents were dated May of 2022, and it revealed that Xbox roadmap, like you spoke of, including the plans for the crypto wallet. And the leak also mentioned a new ecosystem generation set for 2028, and that would comprise consoles, phones, web browsers, and a handheld system, as well as PCs and a cloud console, so to speak.
Ooh.
These features would also include artificial intelligence and machine learning support. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. You know, when it says it's going to include a crypto wallet, you start thinking, what is that wallet and who is positioned with the proper standards to take advantage of in-game assets and interoperable in-game assets? I don't know. Who is that, Alts?
Speculation Nation. I mean, the gaming industry is huge, man, and it has no signs of slowing down. And we always talk about this Ready Player One style world. Like, you can imagine how big gaming is going to be, like, as these worlds kind of merge further. And of course, like, that leads us into LUKSO. Like, how do we, what's our stamp going to be on Web3 gaming, right? And it takes us kind of back to that Unreal Engine integration, right? The LSPs have the potential to kind of just redefine this connection. Like, if you haven't seen the projects from the first Build Up Hackathon, I highly recommend going back and taking a look. It's a really great time, especially as we, excuse me, as we get into the next hackathon coming up, right? There's some really cool projects, and one of those being Nomad, which utilizes LSPs for gaming. And some of the key things that I kind of liked from what Nomad did with the LSPs, is that, first of all, they could be used for a variation of things like characters, weapons, armor, skins, clothing, accessories, status, artwork, decorations, scores, moves, companions, like literally just etc. Your imagination can continue. Like, you're talking about interoperability for those assets. The assets would take the form of the game that they're being used in. So, for instance, if you had a sword, which was the example that they used, when you take it into Roblox, it takes the form of a pixel version sword. But then if you go into Fortnite, it becomes a Unreal Engine version, and so on. And as you use that access, you can unlock things like access, power-ups, and other unlocks. And it goes across games and mediums, right? Those perks can bridge from game to game. And it allows for a unique on-chain provenance and history, right, for those assets. You can also build reputation to your universal profile and your avatar and things as you're using those assets in game. It also allows for incentives for the games themselves to, kind of partner up and earn, fees off the secondary sales and for transferring assets from game to game, right? So they're motivated to allow these types of things to happen because they can make more money out of it. You could build up a character or an asset and actually like sell it decentralized, right? Because a lot of people play a game, build up a character, and then kind of just get ready to move on. But then they could actually just sell that if they wanted to. Or if they unlock something really rare, they could, have a secondary market for it that's decentralized. The potential for enforceable royalties on those assets. Like, the future is super exciting when you really kind of wrap your mind around, what Web3 gaming can be utilizing universal profiles.
Yeah, and returning to the leak from Microsoft, as it relates to Activision, if you're interested, I guess, if you think about the titles that are associated with Activision, you're looking at all the war zones, Call of Duties, right? Modern Warfare. Like, these are titles that not a few people play, a lot of people play, and the assets from one Call of Duty game can easily be ported to another Call of Duty game, because if they're all developed by the same, I guess, company or enterprise like Activision, then you don't even need an economic incentive to coordinate across two different companies to render this asset in a different game. It could be all under the same like umbrella, and it would just make for all of their assets to then become interoperable across all their titles. That would be really cool. And I think we mentioned it last week. It would also then immediately create the opportunity for a secondary sales market, which is a new revenue stream for Activision or Microsoft. You could envision a lot of different ways that they can make money off this. This is just one very small sector of gaming as it exists, I guess, out there, right? Gaming is a very, very big space. Blockchain games don't just need to be like those very simple trading card collecting games like you would see, or we saw in the last cycle. I think we'll start to see blockchain powered or blockchain enabled games or utilities inside major titles that we are very familiar with and already play. Epic Games would be another, if you're looking for an integration. I mean, just take, if Epic Games did something very similar to what Microsoft is talking about, you'd suddenly have another amazing opportunity for interoperability and utility across all their titles, including Fortnite being their flagship.
Well, and that's actually how you get, mass adoption with gaming too, right? Is not necessarily just build these new games that only exist in crypto. No, it's like you find a way to integrate crypto into the games that they're already playing. That's just like that's how you get actual mass adoption, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's a good call, Alts. Appreciate that. All right. Well, in fitting with kind of the section of the show we're in right now, we're trying to, I guess, be mildly educational. So we actually had Vitalik giving his financial advice on Shiba Exchange. Go ahead, Vitalik.
Everyone remembers when I sold billions of Shiba Inu tokens back in the day. Do I regret it? Well, I didn't. That is not until I heard about SHIB Exchange. SHIB Exchange is pretty revolutionary in the crypto space. Making Shiba Inu the quote token is just genius. If I still had all those Shiba Inu tokens, I know exactly where I would take them. Let's fucking go.
Should I run and go buy Shiba Exchange right now? What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
No, explain. Tell me why. I'm a newbie. I want to know why.
I don't know. My spidey senses are going off on this one. It seems real, looks real, feels real, but there's really no way to verify that yet. But I imagine a future where you would have social media on universal profiles, so that way you would know if this clip was actually real or legit, or if it was a deep fake, as they call them, an AI version of this, which I believe this is.
Oh yeah. This is terrifying, right? Because if I need to explain it, why don't I go ahead? I'll tell you why it's terrifying. It's terrifying because there are people out there that will not be able to discern the fact that this is completely falsified. There's no interview ever given by Vitalik where he talks about SHIB Exchange as the future. But this is going to catch newbies. This is going to catch people. This is going to cause a lot of heartache because people will not be able to discern a deep fake from reality. This is going to be pervasive across our entire lives in media. We're going to need verified sources for truth. We're going to need to know that this is objective reality versus a falsified reality that's being, I guess, substituted in our face for some probably malicious outcome.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like the scams, right? That'll be the first thing we see these use cases for. But yeah, you're talking about like social engineering too, or like being able to influence people and their actions and manipulate people, across social media. I mean, sadly, I see people getting duped by just a chat bot already, right? But imagine this, right? When their favorite celebrity is speaking that looks totally real and tells them something that I don't know how they're gonna. It's gonna be a steep learning curve, people to understand they can't trust anything ever unless it's like on chain, right?
Yeah, do you remember, in previous cycles, you get it was the founder from Yearn Protocol, I believe it was Andre Cronje, right? Like he would tweet something and then everyone would pile in and try to like follow trade immediately. And there was one instance where everyone got pretty much rugged by it. if there's that kind of reflexivity to information on that on that constant alpha hunt, that something like this could be super damaging. So I'm really excited. Again, if this is kind of the education station that we're visiting here, like we're trying to educate you to the fact that inside of the LUKSO ecosystem, using universal profiles with social media built on top of that foundation, there would be better, maybe not right away, but there are better options that would be coming to discern whether or not this is real versus a deep fake. And it's so pervasive. Technology is expanding so quickly. We're going to need it. Like it couldn't come at a better time.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like there's just so many things. This being a case in point with AI and on-chain identity and reputation that we've been, thinking about for years now. We with LUKSO as we've just been building this thing out, but to just see it coming quickly and everyone else is trying to scramble. How do we solve this? So it's like, oh, it's already been solved. You just don't know it yet, right? So yes, the universal profiles are going to really just give us that infrastructure that we need to do things right, so we can actually have verifiable, transparent media like this.
Without a doubt, also I agree.
Speaking of, LUKSO solves this. There's another thing. Sadly, happens yet again. I see another user. They said, "Excuse me, OpenSea, no warning, no notification, no indication of why." They're just reaching out to contact support, but they've been blocked. They've lost access to their account. It's been disabled. It's always sad to see when somebody loses access to an account, and with zero due cause or whatever. You see it a lot of times, and we all know Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. They can all just block you from your account and content anytime for no reason, right? You can just a bot can accidentally flag you, right? There's really no rhyme or reason to it, and you have no recourse, right? And OpenSea is crypto, but it's still just as centralized on the account side of things, right? So the old adage of LUKSO fixes this, like these accounts and profiles, they need to be on chain completely. That way, we truly own them and can control our own content and our own identities and things in our profiles. So that way, this just doesn't ever happen to us anymore.
Yeah. You need to trade these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens through marketplaces in the current UX, OpenSea being one of the larger marketplaces out there, but we have others, Blur, Rarible, right? There's others that exist. Sometimes people go and they would mint their NFTs if you're a creator using the OpenSea shared contract. If OpenSea then decided that they didn't like you, whatever you created is toast, man. Right? Like, and we don't want that kind of rug. We don't want to be standing on a rug someone can pull. Right.
No.
So this is also why Fabian has stressed this idea of a buyable NFT standard. So you could buy the NFT wherever it existed and it would be attached again, even through something like Universal Page. If you're creating NFTs there, it would be attached to your universal profile from a provenance point of view. So we would know it came from you, and there would be other opportunities for you to then distribute that NFT. This is dying. This model is going to be sunset here, absolutely, because we have a disruptive technology coming in. Get that? Do you see how
I did.
up?
I imagine the up in my forehead here.
Perfect. Love that. Again, from the education perspective, let's bring up a tweet from Crypto Insider. We're taking back control and reputation in Web3 with Lux. Crypto Insider is a great account to follow, although he's across multiple different tokens, so you'll get more than just a LUKSO perspective. Crypto Insider does a nice job of trying to educate people on the value proposition of LUKSO. The reputation system, we include this because we talked about truth telling and deep fakes. That's part of a reputation system. If you have an account that is reputable, then you know that they're probably not trying to screw you. If you have an account that was created yesterday and then they throw up some type of, questionable content, then maybe it would not be a reputable post. And we will see actual reputation systems built on top of universal profiles. The form that they take, I don't know. I have no idea how that's going to go, whether users will be like Yelp reviews. Like I give alts a 1 for the fact.
Hey.
Hey, 1's good, man.
That was like a golf score. You want it low. Okay.
Yeah, right. I don't know. But this idea of reputation being paramount in Web3, Fabian has said reputation will be the currency of Web3. I am in full agreement of that one. We will trade based upon the reputation of the information or of the source of the information, right?
Right. Yeah. No, Crypto Insider keeps coming with these dope LUKSO threads. Well done, fam. And indeed, the current state of Web3 makes us, feel pretty vulnerable in a lot of ways. And, reputation systems, yeah, like you said, Heath, they're going to be a game changer, kind of like the actual, the driving force of the future of Web3, right? Because it's like everything needs to be tied to that system in order to be fair and transparent and sustainable, right? And I love some of the examples in this post of things that could get improved, by moving things on chain, like eliminating fake reviews, eliminating the social media bots, right? Like having news articles that are verified and transparent, having online rankings that are verified. The reputation systems are they're going to change a lot of things for the better. And I think that's going to open up a lot of doors of things that you can add that you can't currently add now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Although it kind of scares me that you might have an influencer show up and give a bad Yelp review to this video, right? I don't like your video because you didn't post our comments. I guess we already live in that weird reputation world.
Right.
My brain went down that rabbit hole. Like you see restaurants where the influencers will come in. If they have to pay for their meal, they'll give them like really shitty reviews. I guess, well, now that I'm down this rabbit hole, now I can see the benefit of universal profiles. Because if you could see that this person is literally extorting business owners,
right,
to
that's
leave
all
reviews,
they do. Yeah.
then someone's going to mark down their reputation score, and it doesn't matter if they're influencing people. People are going to see that they're kind of shitty.
Right. Maybe they lower their reputation, the less impact their comments have on other people's reputation and so on.
Oh man, that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah. I mean, the algorithms go ham with that.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I guess this is like a little bit, like we said, taking you through the education at the end here. It's good to hit on these points, especially while the news, like the volume of news in this ecosystem has quieted down just a little bit ahead of the hackathon. We figured we'd slip this stuff in here, and that kind of LUKSO solves this. I guess I don't even know vein. So the last two things, we need a lot of education. It's great to have it in different languages. We've got a presentation for Spanish speakers. You can find these links here in the show notes, because although we speak English and we have definitely sat through Spanish presentations that we don't understand a word, right, Alts?
Happily.
There are people who live in other places in the world who do not speak English. So great to have the content, the good gospel of LUKSO being shared across different languages. And the Francophone community, the people who are speaking French and into LUKSO, is growing all the time. So again, you can find these tweets in the description of the show here on YouTube.
Yeah, it's great to see some others out there educating on LUKSO in other languages, right? And we hope to continue to see that expansion grow. So we really appreciate it, fam. Keep those coming. And and for those of you who don't learn through reading or text or audio and need something more, like we got some visual learning for you as well.
So this one cracks me up. My ancestors who fought off wild animals watching me have a panic attack over digital coins. Yes, yep, that's how it is. While my ancestors were literally hunting and gathering and trying to figure out how to survive, I'm sitting on the couch eating Cheez-Its, worried about small price movements in a token that I have no control over.
Dude, Cheez-Its, I love that. Yeah, don't downplay the. Oh yeah, we got a black tweet or black stunt, man. You guys are living my dream. How awesome is that? Yeah, we're all living the dream, fam. But yeah, it's don't downplay the pain of a modern day bear market, right? Like you can hide from those animals in a cave, maybe make some weapons to kind of fend them off, but there's no hiding from the macro market bear, right? So like, I think a modern day bear might actually put the whooping on that OG bear. What do you think?
Maybe, I don't know.
But yes, the phygital bear that also haunts your dreams is very dangerous. But next up, we got one from Elotsi. Ever wondered what's the next evolution of blockchain technology? Well, here's your answer. We've got LUKSO gives you LSPs, better UI, UX, dynamic NFTs, mass adoption, relayer services, identity solution, creator economy, upgraded security, account abstraction, smart contract accounts, on-chain reputation and systems, infinite and updatable metadata. Beautiful. I love that.
It is beautiful. Nobody wants to eat a bowl of rabbit food. It's that is rabbit food. It's literally just lettuce. I mean, we feed that to rabbits, right? And then you put some olive oil on top of it, a little bit of fats, and now we've got a meal. Luxo's here to bring the fats to the rabbit food and turn it into a meal, my friends.
Feed them as LSPs, baby.
Oh yeah, and if you know, you know. So beef brings us Kevin James with the. You didn't swap all your ETH, did you? Oh man, we apparently we've got someone who's all in on LUKSO. Hey, if you're all in on LUKSO, merge your damn tokens. That's what I'm going to tell you. Send those babies across, migrate them.
I find it extremely difficult to hold on to any Ethereum anymore with Lux at these prices. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, not financial advice. We are not experts. We are just telling you what you should do.
Yeah, NFA is not financial advice. It's never financial advice. It's just it's always present.
Always present.
Next one we got one from Zuck. I just found this researching the meta AI stuff, and I just busted out laughing. So had to throw it in the mix. We're fed up.
Honestly, if you brought a feta block of cheese to my house that's that size, one, I'd be excited. Two, I'd look at that big bite you got out of the front of it.
Right, that's what I was looking
at. How the hell did you do that?
He's been gnawing on that for weeks.
Oh, good. Okay, it brings us to our last visual learning. This is from Fico. If you're the first up on LUKSO mainnet, this might be how you enter the party. Cracks me up, and we're gonna play the video a second time. I like that. Okay, so yeah, if you're the first up on mainnet, you might just pop through a trap door and jump up with a stadium full of screaming Koreans. That would be amazing. I'd be into it.
I feel like that's gonna be every universal profile that goes live, and that's just like the Ethereum crowd out there watching us, like, what's going on? And we're just like, bro, we're live.
Yeah, it's coming soon, Fico. I appreciate that visual learning because that's what it's going to be like. We're going to pop out and people are going to be pumped. In fact, you should check out that Twitter account, the Universal Profiles Twitter account, because if you wanted to be the first up on mainnet, you're probably going to have account notifications on X for that one. Just saying.
Yeah, it's good. It's good strategy, Eth. Good strategy.
That's never financial advice. All right. Well, that brings us, we've been going for an hour and 2 minutes. Hey, everyone, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you never miss an update. We're trying hard to bring you whatever news is out there in the ecosystem and trying to keep it under an hour as well, although we fail repeatedly at that.
We just enjoy talking about LUKSO too damn much. Apologies for that one. But no, yeah. We appreciate the fam who joined us live as always. And those of you who are catching us on your own time, we appreciate you as well. Hope everyone's Friday is going nice and chill. And, Eth, since COVID, more and more people are working from home these days. What do people wear when they work from home? What do you think on a casual Friday?
I was looking down and see what I'm wearing.
Looking to see what you're wearing.
I got shorts on right now. I'm feeling myself.
Well, if it's a true casual Friday, they wear nothing. Imagine that.
Hey,
They're wearing nothing and they're holding a block of feta cheese.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Although I did think about that this morning, just as an aside. I'm like, because we have embraced this digital identity, it doesn't matter that I haven't shaved or my hair. I look like a wild man. I look like I've just crawled out of my cave after hibernating through the bear market. You can't tell though. I look nice and groomed like this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sure. You keep telling yourself that. don't. Yeah, you need to get like an AR, integrated into your mirror. So whenever you just walk in front of it, it just throws your avatar on there.
that is what I need. Oh God.
But yeah, we appreciate you, fam. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Friday and an amazing weekend. And do what you always do, and stay pink.